Hello, you wonderful human. Welcome to this feminine energy embodiment yoga class. Now, I say that, and a lot of things could come to mind when I do. By feminine energy, I mean the fact that we have every single human being has both masculine and feminine energies that exist within us, yang and yin. Our feminine energy is typically one that is related to fluidity, creativity, intuition, whereas our masculine energy is more typically one that is a little more structured. It's based on logic, decisiveness. It's a little bit more concrete. So in this practice, this is a beautiful opportunity to lean into this soft, fluid energy. It is really an opportunity to reconnect to your intuition, to that creativity that we have that exists within, and really to drop into our felt sense. So throughout today's practice, I will be encouraging you to find movements that are your own. I will guide you, of course, lots of different options that you could go down, but also if you feel like you want to move in your own way, that is exactly what this class is for. Often I want to do a practice and I want to put on a video and it isn't quite what I want, and this class is really meant to be an opportunity for you to either completely follow it or for you to just have a vague structure and to join me as we flow together. So that being said, nothing in today's class is mandatory. You choose what you would like to do. But the purpose really is for us just to connect, to breathe, to take a moment, just to be with yourself, and to move in a way that feels good for you. So I hope this serves. Come and join me on your mat when you're ready. No props are needed for today's practice, unless you would like them, of course. So as we begin today's practice, we're going to start just with a moment of stillness, of quiet, and edging towards a sort of meditative state. So when you're ready, coming to a comfortable seat or lying down if you prefer, and then closing down the eyes. These first few moments of practice really are a few moments for you to simply arrive. So often we are kind of thrown into situations, energies, environments, and not really given the time for our energy to prepare for that. So these first few moments are just for that. And as you close the eyes or just soften down the gaze, just beginning to deepen your breath. And perhaps you'd like to take a deep cleansing breath as we begin, a little longer, a little deeper, a little slower than previously. Taking an inhale through the nose, feeling the belly expand, the breath rise. And taking an exhale through the mouth. 2 more just like that if you would like them. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Once more, inhale. And exhale. And closing the mouth. Just letting the breath find a rhythm in and out through the nose. Gifting yourself these first few moments just to let your energy settle. Can you soften somewhere in the body, perhaps through the forehead, the jaw, the shoulders, the hands? If you're lying down, you could take a big stretch. coming to meet us in a seat. If you're seated, just getting yourself comfortable, perhaps cross-legged or however else feels intuitive and natural for you today. We'll start by reaching the hands out either side to the body. Taking the hands up to the sky, inhale, we reach. And exhale, we'll sweep the hands down towards the earth. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale, reach. And exhale to sweep the hands down towards the earth. Once more, inhale to reach. Exhale, this time the left hand comes down, right hand comes over the head. Inhale, straighten the bottom arm, cactus the top, peeling the chest open. Starting to straighten the top arm as we sweep it round in front of you. Inhale, open. Exhale to sweep. And continuing just like that with your breath. Perhaps you close down the eyes and really feel into that fluid motion. Not one posture then the next, but movement with breath. Next breath, inhale, both hands come to the sky. Drop the opposite hand down. Top hand comes over the head, we reach. Inhale, cactus, the top arm slightly straightening through the bottom. We open through chest and take a sweep. Round forwards. And we open. And then we sweep. Really allowing yourself to take your time. The breath and the movement can become luxuriously long. Let's take one more inhale. Both hands come up towards the sky this time. Let's cactus the arms, open the chest, peel the chest open. Drawing the backs of the hands forwards, kind of like we're tucking the hands under something behind you, then sweeping the backs of the hands forwards. Inhale, rise, fingertips come to touch, peel the chest open. Elbows draw down, and then we scoop the hands over, like they're coming over a wall and then under a sofa. Sweeping the hands in front of you. Now, this is intuitive, so perhaps it does not look exactly like I've described. Perhaps you close down the eyes and simply invite your arms to move through space. Maybe they're not even asymmetrical. Perhaps they're a little more floaty. And it might seem like this is unstructured and what's the purpose, but really we're mobilizing into the shoulders and inviting this fluid energy into our movement. So it doesn't matter exactly what it looks like today. Can you invite your body just to shift and move and find space around you? And as we close down the eyes, we really allow that creativity, that exploration to come out, because there is no judgment on what things look like. We're more just allowing things to move with breath. Next inhale, reach the hands up towards the sky. I'm going to place the hands down onto the knees. We'll start simple. Seated cat-cows. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, chin to chest to round through the spine. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round, and perhaps you stay just like this. I'm going to give some more options. Maybe next exhale, we push the back behind us. But as we inhale, the hands sweep up the legs, and behind you, they reach up towards the sky. Round forwards towards the knees. And we make these big circles with both the arms. And maybe it might feel unfamiliar to move your body in these strange ways, and that's okay. But really, we're just moving with breath. Always beneficial to move with breath. Maybe you continue as you are, or you could keep the hands on the knees, rock the shoulders to the right, forwards to the left, and back, taking our Sufi grind, and the hands could act like anchors. The head head and the neck could get involved. Kind of like stirring a big pot, just getting everything shifting, moving. And if you're taking these circles, maybe you take them in the other direction. And it's sort of liberating thinking that we don't always have to have a structure. Sometimes shifting or moving and just allowing it to take whatever form it does is a super empowering thing, because there is no right, no wrong. Can you move for the sake of movement? Next time we come to center, we'll meet there. I'm going to turn around, but you might already be facing your mat. Let's draw the hands behind us, soles of the feet to the earth. And the feet are going to draw wide for me. You can choose to put them where you'd like. I'm going to take a rock of the knees to the right, lifting the chest, and the left hip might peel off the earth. Maybe the head comes back. And we draw the sit bones back down to the earth. The knees drop to the left. Lift the chest. Maybe the sit bone comes slightly off the earth. And we continue to move just like that. And seeing how that feels in the body. Can you feel the sensation under the hands, under the feet, into the shoulders? And maybe it starts to take its own form. The knees might knock to the left and the right hand could come over the head. You could make it a twist. Fingertips could tap the earth, then reach them back the way we came. How can you explore your space if there were no boundaries? How would you like to move? And just taking any pressure off. You could stay exactly as you were doing in the beginning. And we'll all come to meet. Back in center, hands come behind the body, soles of the feet to the earth, knees up towards the sky. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, scoop the hips. Coming to our reverse tabletop. Now you could stay here in stillness. You could rock the shoulders and the knees from side to side. You could rock the knees over the ankles, dropping into that sensation. And then we're going to drop the sit bones down to the earth, roll over the knees, coming to your all fours tabletop. And from your tabletop wall, widen the knees, hips come to the heels. Now this is our foundation, our base, our child's pose. The purpose of the next few movements are really to find space in the spine. So however you would like to move. If you would like to come with me, following me. Let's start with a variation of our cat-cows. Tuck the hips round through the spine. Shoulders come over the wrists. Tilt the hips so the belly button comes towards the earth, and then the hips come back to the heels. Little mini spinal wave. Inhale, ripple. Exhale, hips come back to the heels. Maybe you continue just as you are. I'll invite a different plane of movement. Let's draw the shoulders and the hips to the right. The hips could come all the way towards the earth. Maybe the feet naturally come out, allow them to do so. The hips could continue to come round to the left. Taking those big circles. And I'd like to invite you to close down the eyes. Really feel into these sensations in the body. Movement with breath. Not one posture, then the next. And if you're taking circles, maybe you take them in the other direction. Can you really drop into sensation in the body? Feeling this beautiful fluid nature, this nature of non-resistance. Movement in alignment, in flow. Maybe your hips come back to the heels. We meet here, one more variation. Rounding the spine just like we did at the beginning. Drop the hips down to the earth, feet come out wide, lift the chest, and lower down to the earth. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, bend into the knees, hips to the heels. And maybe you explore one or all of these. We have just a few more breaths. Next time the hips come to the heels, we'll meet there. Sliding the hands towards the knees. Rounding the spine, they're going to slide up the knees. Along the thighs, reach the hands out to the sides, up towards the sky. And we're going to keep the arms over the head and take this little sway from side to side, like the hands are waving through the air. Maybe they start to take their own form once again. Perhaps they explore the space around you, floating smooth through the air. Maybe you even come to touch your body. This beautiful opportunity to connect back to your physical body. To allow yourself to feel pleasure. It doesn't have to be something that we share with others. We can simply connect to our bodies, to the fact that they can move. And we connect to them with love. Let's take 2 more breaths, however you're moving. And the hands are going to come down to the knees. Let's slide the hands back forwards. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, continue that intuitive movement. Now often when we come to our down dog and people say, find your movement, it's often a pedal of the legs. If that's where you want to go, by all means. But maybe see if you can mix that up a little. Perhaps you tuck one knee or bend one knee, tuck it under the body and raise an arm, reach it over the head, because why not? Could sweep down and we come to the other side, tuck the other knee under the body, sweep the top arm over the head. Maybe you take that a few times. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Might be something entirely different. Wherever you are, let's take one more breath, just like that. And we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg comes up and back behind you. Bend the knee to open the hip. And we're going to draw the knee out to the right hand side, under the body to the left elbow. Over to the right elbow and up and back. This time drawing the right knee to the right elbow, place the foot outside the right hand, left knee lowers to the earth. Low lizard lunge is our base. You find movement and maybe it is a little sway into the hips. Maybe you see how you could explore. You could bring the chest down, bend into the arms. Maybe you start to straighten through the right leg. We come forwards and back. If that doesn't work for your mobility today, you could draw the hands wide, making more space. Or you could bring the hands to the hips and find our low lunge to our half Hanumanasana. You could play with that balance, reaching the arms however you'd like to reach. But we're working with the back line of the right leg and into the left hip. So however that movement looks for you. And sometimes in these moments of creativity, it can feel like pressure, but just allow yourself. Close the eyes, no right, no wrong. Next time the right leg is bent, let's move together. Right hand reaches forwards, up to the sky and behind you. Let's take a little twist. And let's tuck the left toes under. Reach the right hand over the head, push into the left hand, lifting the left knee. And then lowering the left knee, right hand reaches back. Maybe you roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Let's take that twice more. Reaching the right hand forwards, we lift the left knee, then draw it back. Let's take it once more. We reach, and then come back. Let's come to reach it forwards. The right foot or right hand is going to come to the earth. Right foot comes back, downward facing dog. You could take a little pedal of the legs. Taking a moment in your down dog to tap into sensation before we shift and move to the other side. Let's take the next breath to move together. Inhale, left leg up and back behind you. Bend the knee to open through the hip. Left knee comes out to the side and under the body to the right elbow. Then to the left elbow. Then up and back. And the left knee comes to the left elbow. You can hold it there and then place the foot outside the hand. Drop down the right knee, low lizard lunge. And maybe you stay here, the chest is lifted, inviting a little sway to the hips, perhaps a rock of the head. Maybe you lower down into the arms and take these little sort of spinal waves, spinal ripples. Movement with breath. Maybe you stay as you are, or we could start to straighten through the left leg, the hips come back. And the hands might stay as they are or pad backwards and then pad forwards. For a little more space, draw the hands over to the right, off the mat perhaps. Draw the hips back. Maybe the hands come to the hips and you take a different variation. Hips come forwards and then back. Maybe it's a sort of slinky, spiraling movement with the hips. And we don't need to rush, because there is no destination. It's just a journey we're taking in this moment in our bodies. We're coming into our flow. Rebending the left leg, will come forwards, right hand comes down, left hand reaches forwards, up towards the sky and behind you, taking your twist. And perhaps you breathe into that for a moment. Tucking the right toes, we're going to reach the left hand over the head, lift the right knee as the left hand sweeps over the head. Now this is just my version, maybe yours looks different. Dropping down the right knee, left hand comes back, we peel open twice more if you're coming with me. Once more. And sweep the left hand down to the earth, left foot comes back to your plank. Perhaps you take a vinyasa, lowering all the way down to the earth. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, bending into the elbows halfway. Inhale, lift up, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's take 3 rounds of breath. Inhale through the nose. This time, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Dropping the knees wide. Hips come to the heels. Child's pose, hands come forwards. Just letting your energy settle. Be supported, be held by the earth. And slowly drawing the hands towards the knees, we'll lift through the chest. Coming to sit down and drawing the legs forwards. Let's extend the legs long, hands reach over the head, inhale, we reach. And we're going to bend into the left knee, sole of the left foot comes to the inside of the right leg. And we'll take an exhale to fold over the leg, coming to our Janu Shirshasana. Now maybe you stay here, or the fingertips come to the earth, we lift through the chest and we take little spinal ripples. Inhale to lift. And exhale to ripple down. Two more breaths, whichever variation you are taking. Next breath, both hands come up towards the sky and how we reach. The left hand comes to the center back of the mat. The left knee becomes a little kickstand as we lift the hips. Right hand comes over the head. Maybe you stay here or take a few big circles with that top arm. And we'll come to drop the sit bones down to the earth. Left leg comes forwards. Sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left knee. Reaching the hands up towards the sky, then taking your Janu Shirshasana, your forward fold. Maybe you round and soften and allow yourself just to be here. Maybe fingertips come to the earth, we make a little more space. Inhale to lift through the spine. And exhale to ripple the spine down. You choose where your next few breaths are. Two more breaths wherever you are. Next breath, reach the hands up towards the sky. And right hand comes behind you, right knee becomes a kickstand, lift the hips, left hand over the head. And you could stay here or take a few big circles with that left arm. And slow, fluid movement. And we come to drop the sit bones down to the earth. Right leg extends, let's come to lie on the back, knees come into the chest. Interlacing the hands over the shins, taking a gentle rock on the spine. Rerouting ourselves into the earth. Let's draw the soles of the feet to touch. The knees come out wide. Soles of the feet or outsides of the feet settle down onto the earth. Now the hands could come perhaps on the belly or the womb space. One hand on heart, one hand on belly, or maybe they come to the earth. Let's take 3 breaths to drop into our Shavasana. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Twice more, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Close the mouth, soften the body. And scanning the body for any areas of holds, of tension, of tightness, and just encouraging this softening. allow the next couple minutes of your day just to be simple, to be soft, to be deep in your yin energy, one of being rather than doing. I will bring you out when the time is right. We just have a couple of minutes here. Gift yourself that. Beginning to deepen your breath. If the hands are on your body, maybe gently touching the hands over the skin. We invite a little movement to fingers, to toes, reaching the hands over the head. Taking a long, deep stretch, rolling over to one side. And eventually coming to find your way up to a seat. And keeping the eyes closed for this final few moments if you can. Perhaps placing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Connecting to that natural sensation of breath, of heartbeat. Remembering that softer energy exists within you. A way of being is just as important as when we are doing. Giving yourself permission to find your own ways to move, to shift, to navigate through life. Let's take a round of breath together to close our practice. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for coming to practice. Very much a more explorative one today. I hope it was interesting and it served. I'd love to know what you think. If you enjoyed, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. And if you would like to come and experience more of these kind of practices, I host retreats, workshops. I teach in studios in London. You can find everything on my Instagram, which I will link below. It is @_highest vibration. Or pop me a message. I would love to see you there. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Lots of love.